Hello everyone, this is Linda, and today I have a project to show you. This is my first, I say, real junk journal. Um, I made a couple, but they were for challenges, and they were sort of, I had a lot of guidelines to go by, and so this is the first one that I actually didn't have anything to go by, I just did it all myself. So anyway, I made this out of a book, and it's called Betty Grier. And I found this book in a thrift store and bought it to make my daughter-in-law a journal because her grandmother's name was Betty Grier. And so this is her book, and I wanted to get this video made so that I could give it to her. I kept it quite plain because she doesn't know anything about junk journals, and it's just for her to write down memories and put pictures in of her grandmother and whoever else she wants to add to it. So I took all the pages out of the book, and I didn't do anything to the book cover itself. It's got some worn spots on it, but I pretty much left it. I had to redo the spine because it was torn and looked, there just wasn't any way to repair it without covering it up. So I used just a piece of fabric here to cover up the repairs that I made, and I left the back plain. I just have a hair tie closure with a hitch post. I think that's what you call them. And then inside I put 5 signatures, and if I could go back and redo it, I would only put 4 because the book came out to be a lot bigger than I wanted it to be. By the time she puts things in it, it's going to get real fat. But she can take some of the tags and stuff out, and I'll explain that to her. So I used a digital kit that I got from Elsie Bell's, what's the name of it? Elsie Bell's, I don't know. She's on Etsy Bell. That's all I've got written down, so that's what I'm going with. This paper that I put on the front here and on the back, I got from Gecko Girl. And I believe the rest of the paper in here, this digital kit, is from Elsie Bell's. And here in the front, I just made a little pocket, and I put, I tore the stuff off the front here, the front page, the Betty Grier, and when it was printed and reprinted. It was printed, well, it was printed in November 1915 and reprinted in December of 1915, and it was written by Joseph Lane Wall. So I just put that in the front just so she would have it. I used an envelope that had a window in it, and I made a pocket, and I put her grandmother's picture in it, and I just thought this was a great page to put it on. It says, "Oh, how beautiful." And then I made a tag, and I put a butterfly on it, and there's nothing, it's just a journaling tag. And then I used a little quote it's just a little sentence that I took out of the book. It said, "Betty, I have been missing you," and put that there. I cut out a lot of little phrases. I was going to do something on this page, and then I changed my mind. I decided to leave it blank. She might want to put a bigger picture of her grandmother there. Although I did stitch it, I decided not to use it after I put it in. I made a belly band here, and it says, "Everything has beauty," and then I made a collage tag, and I used some vellum pieces, and I don't know where they came from. I'm sorry, I just don't know. And this is some graph paper. I just put the whole graph pad down in, the whole paper pad down in some coffee, took it out and laid it outside, and it took it like 2 days to completely dry, but it turned the paper this real pretty blue-green color, and you can still see the graph lines on it. So I used that. This is more paper from Elsie Bell's digital kit. And then a piece of copy paper. I made a paper clip, and I made it out of a book page, and I just collaged it and put a little bit of, I didn't want to make it too thick. I put a little bit of crochet trim here, and this flower I think was from Nick the Booksmith, and Betty is to me a sacred trust. I put also from the book there. This is just a different graph paper here, or ledger paper. That's ledger paper. This just came out of a paper pad. I have no idea where it came from. It's just one of those like little mouse pads, and put that in there. Some coffee dyed paper, paper bag, Edith Holden sheet because everybody uses them, so I have to use it too. That's all I can say about that because, like I said, this is my first junk journal and I'm just learning how to do it, so I'm pretty much copying what everybody else does. That's the other side of that piece of paper. This is just some of that coffee dyed graph paper, and I believe this trim is from let me think. I think this one is from Roxy Creations. I'm pretty sure, because I do have some of Gail Augustinelli's in here also, but it's one of those two. Another piece of the copy paper. Here's an envelope. I collaged this. No, it's just right here. That's all that is. And this is just one of the tags from the kit that I used. And I'm going to go kind of fast because it's pretty much, there's a lot of plain pages in here because of, not wanting to make it too big. This says, Betty has been talking to me. We had an afternoon tea and a pleasant chat. Seem to have a lot of pages that glue together here. Okay, that's the first signature. Well, I don't know how that happened. I don't know what I glued that got all over them, but that's okay. That's anyway. Here's another belly band. This says, "No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart," and that's a Tim Holtz phrase. A little envelope tag with a little journaling card in it. And some more. It's pretty much, they're all pretty much the same with the same types of paper. So I'm just going to fly on by those because they're all empty. Another bag, another Edith Holden. And my daughter-in-law's birthday is in August, so I kind of put a little extra in here for August. And here's a pocket, and this is Gail's. This is Gail Augustinelli's here, I think. So the other one was Roxy's Creations. And then I used a layaway ticket, and I made a tag with a pocket. And this was a decoupage. It was, I think it was from Tim Holtz collage paper that I got that. And then I did a little on the back and left that for journaling. Another pocket. Let's see if I did anything to that. No, just a regular card from the kit. And another one of Nick, the Booksmith's flowers there, and some straw paper. My dear Betty, I left that there. She can, like, maybe she wants to write a letter or something right there. I thought that would be a good spot. Then this is the third signature, and I think I made it just a little bit different. I left a few things out. I didn't put any tags in here because it was beginning to get too thick. This is Betty, and that was from like the top of the book, the page, and this says Beauty and Grace, and that's also another Tim Holtz tag. And I thought maybe if she wanted to, she could write something on here and then like stick it in here, and it'd be, you know, kind of private. just an idea that I had, and it does fit. I had it in there and took it out. There we go. So there. And let's see what else is here. Another envelope that I made, and I think, yeah, I left this one open at the top, but I didn't put anything in it because it's just getting so thick. I sewed around it with some different stitches just to make it a little different. And I don't think there's anything in there. Another pocket that I collaged from a book, some book pages, and put 2 more of the card tags from the kit. I really enjoyed using this kit. It's really nice. I loved it. And another August there. And I consulted with Betty. Another belly band with another collage journaling card made from a book page. And that's about it for this one. And another pocket here, and just another piece of the coffee dyed ledger paper. And I apologize for the mower, my neighbor's mowing. And this is the last signature. And another belly band, and another, let's see, this says, if there were dreams to sell, what would you buy? And that was a digital, and I don't know from where. I don't remember. And then here is a stamp that I put on there. And I made a pocket here with the journaling card inside. And this is decoupage from, I think it was the Tim Holtz collage paper that I used there. And this is just a little envelope that I had, and I put to Betty Grier there and made this little journaling book, a little journal here, and put one of Nick's flowers on it, and then just put some random papers in there. Keeps wanting to fall out, so I might have to put a paper clip on that. And then here's another pocket, and I didn't put anything in that one. And I think that's it. Yeah, and then I have a pocket back here that I made out of the fabric that I used on the spine, and just a little couple of sheets of coffee dyed paper in there. And that, my friends, is the journal that I made, the very first one. I know it's way far from perfect, but I'm hoping to get better. I certainly enjoyed making it, and I'm already planning my next one. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.